So, a part of my journey is relearning, like thinking about things that I said, did, that I can remember, right? And I realized a lot of things that I was doing, just relationship wise, like I was so dumb. Like I was just so stupid, like naive. Not like stupid, but just naive. I didn't understand like what I was saying or doing at the time. And now thinking about it, I'm like, oh, yo, you was in violation so many times for the things you just did not learn in life. And I'm like, where would I have learned that? The only places I would have learned that in certain situations were to just experience them at a younger age, so that at like 25, 27, I wasn't like a little kid excited to just press a button that you know damn well your parents been telling you not to, but they finally say go ahead, or you just know that it's not gonna give you any backlash, or you assume it's not, and then you just touch it, and it just burn the shit out, and you be like, but this is a slow burn. Now that I know what's going on, like everybody else saw what it was, but like my dumbass, because I wasn't raised like that, I wasn't given that opportunity to experience it early in life. When I started doing, I was in the pleasures of it, and I wasn't really thinking about the magnitude of what I was doing. So like if you know, going out with somebody, dating somebody, you don't know the magnitude of what you're doing if you've never had the opportunity to experience a relationship. I've never had a real true relationship or seen a true relationship. So thinking about like the things I was saying, the things that I was doing, it was like, yo, you're impressive because you got to that level. But think about if you actually knew what you were doing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't know that I was insulting people without meaning to. Like, I genuinely did not mean to insult people or disrespect somebody. It's just that I was just going off of what I experienced already, which was very little to nothing. But I guess I had so much confidence in myself that I didn't seem like I was experiencing it the first time until somebody really sat down and got the opportunity to be around me and understand, oh, he just doesn't really know. Now listening to podcasts and, doing my YouTube research, I've noticed that, wow, bro, you were very exceptional of a person, even when you weren't. Like, you didn't know what you were doing, how naive you were, because you were always sheltered in the house, couldn't go nowhere, couldn't have a relationship, couldn't talk to people, it was just, I couldn't do anything. So now at 38, I'm learning what maybe a 15, 14, 11-year-old may be learning. Like, on the ways to like speak to somebody, I just go off of my emotions of how I was spoken to. And I know what's right and what's wrong, but back when I was growing up, there was no boundaries. You say whatever you want to say. You disrespect the person as much as you know what I mean? Like, I just heard that all the time. So I just got used to doing it, but I knew when I got it all the time that didn't feel good. So I shouldn't make somebody else feel that way. But I was also competitive. So like I was always trying to give you way more than what you gave if you disrespected me, made me feel, disrespected. And I see how they just started wearing on me to make me so ignorant to like things that were going on in my life. And my professionalism in basketball, let's not say professional, but my talent brought me to places that my IQ wasn't ready for. I mean, I knew I could speak to it and I could get there, but I just didn't have trust and love to actually, trust a person enough to be like, all right, I'm gonna listen to what they say. Because the people that were supposed to teach me something were always trying to beat me into something. It was never me saying, okay, I want to do that, or all right, let me do that. It was more like, you have to do this, you have to go. So it was like I was already in the industry, or I was but flip it on its head, I was already in a prison. You have to go here, you have to wear this, you have to do this. You know what I mean? Like, so now being able to go through my own little experience in life, I see like, damn, I don't want to make anybody feel that way. And I also want to make sure that I speak to somebody, speak to people respectfully. But I was just thinking like, because Joe Budden said something about walking around with a bottle of lube in his pocket. And I was like, I didn't know what that was used for back in the day. And I didn't see how I used it. It would probably be disrespectful to the person I was with. And it's just like, they wanted to... My bad. I'm sorry. So I'm just maturing right now. Like, I'm just starting to hit maybe like, I feel like I'm like 30, not even 26 mentally. Like I left off. I feel like I'm left off where I left off. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm working to get back to where I was before the Navy. Like, cause I was just going, I was just moving, I wasn't thinking. So now with the trauma, it's caused me to go back to that and act like that again to figure out what I did wrong. And it used to be all the time, but now it's like every once in a while, you know, or days off or something like that, or an hour or two, or gives me reason to stretch. Guys, cut it out. Every time, cut it out. Gosh, man, these boys are crazy. But anyway, it gives me more incentive to like just like listen to people that are where I want to be, and get rid of, you know, what was driving me insane, driving me crazy. But if you don't notice it, maybe it's good to be ignorant. That's what I noticed as well. Maybe it's good to be ignorant, because being open-minded, and not open-minded, but having your third eye somewhat open, or wanting it to be open, forcing it to be open, like you're just, you know, you're trying to open it up, and you're starting to see things for what their true value is. But when you finally can get there and start to see, you start saying, damn, maybe I was better off just keeping my eyes closed, you know? So it's like keeping your eyes wide shut. But anywho, I guess that's part of life, right? I'm just enjoying this little horrible curse that I'm living through. I'm trying to make the best of it, smiling, you know, enjoying work, even though I really cannot stand the fact that I'm working. I want to be running, playing basketball, hugging up on a woman that I love, you know what I'm saying? Go and travel all over the place, be on yachts and smiling and just being like, nah, I don't want that drink. I don't drink, you know, and I just want to, I know where I'm supposed to be, and it feels so wrong that I am where I am. It feels so wrong. Like, I just went to Dollar General, and I was buying up a bunch of stuff, and then I realized, oh, I just paid all my bills, so I only got like $20 left. But I paid all my crypto. I went and updated my crypto. That's what I'm really trying to do. I spent like $700 on crypto, $800 on crypto last night, or this morning. But anyway, life is funny, and I just feel like there's so much more reward coming, and I can feel that energy, because I know that I'm supposed to be there, and I know that in due time I'm gonna be mature enough, because it's a maturity thing. I'm gonna be mature enough financially, mentally, spiritually, to actually get to this level. And yeah, I'm just blessed to just, whatever lesson this is, maybe this isn't my lesson. I mean, it's supposed to be a lesson for my kids. So for me to teach my kids at a young age so that they can make it to where maybe I wanted to be, I don't know, or a bunch of other people's kids, I don't know. But it's I'm just doing my time. I'm doing what I got to do, and I'm learning as much as I can, and I'm enjoying it. I already look at life as like a prison anyway, you know, so I see it, you know, I see that, you know, what it's worth, and I see that you need to have the money to be extremely happy. They say money can't bring you happiness, but I know it can. And I'm just stacking my money, stacking my crypto, and, you know, just trying to get my body back in order. I gained 10 pounds, but I want that 10 pounds. Maybe God wants me to have that to put the muscle back on, you know? So I'm gonna just enjoy myself now, go to the gym, work, hang out with these dogs, these crazy dogs. Could you stop, please, bro? And then yeah, I'm just gonna hopefully get into this school. But yeah, that's the goal. I'm just gonna stay at what I'm doing, bro. Man, I'm burping. See, it's because I'm eating all that sugar. Like, it's nasty. It's just being nasty. Anyway, I know what I gotta change, and I know what I gotta update, and I know where I need to mature at, and do some more research at, and learn more. So I'll be taking advantage of that to get better, ready, prepared for, my future. So I'm sorry for being disrespectful. I was just ignorant. I was just like, I never got the chance to learn anything at home. It was never like a conversation about anything. So it was never, how's your day? It was never, there was no organization amongst the house. It was just more like battle Marcus. You entertain yourself by messing with Marcus, and Marcus will mess with, Like, it just, anyway, maybe I need to be the support that for my kids and the people around me that I didn't have, So when I finally do have kids, I know how to, be patient like I am with the dogs, and be able to be organized. Yeah, I learned that the term "the child pays for his father's sins" is the truth as hell. It's so true. It's so true. It's so true. And damn. Thanks for nothing, dude.